Hello, I'm Tamerlane Sinclair, also known as Duldar. In this video, I'll show you why you should avoid these particular colors for your characters in Gacha Club, especially when using the offline import-export functions. We will reverse engineer the exported code, explain why it doesn't work, and offer a suggestion to the creators of Gacha Club to modify their importing and exporting code language. Let's get straight to the point. Here we have an example character I've cooked up for this tutorial. This is what happens when we export our code and import our backend. It works perfectly. I want to change the color of her pants to a more dusty shade of gray. When we try to export and import her backend, we get this error. I've now changed her pants back to the neutral gray we used earlier. This time I want to change her green jacket to a yellow. We get the same disappointing result. There is unfortunately not a real fix for this bug, but you can work around this issue by choosing a different shade that looks similar to the broken one. An offline code can be split into two sections: the ID and positioning values, and the hex code values, which we'll be talking about. If you don't know what a hex code is, it's a hexadecimal, or simply hex code is a 6-digit string used to store color information. I have a better explanation displayed here that you can pause to read. Now I'm going to tell you how I think the Gacha Club hex processing system works. There are two hex codes, the target code and the input code. The target hex code is the reference that the input code must be the exact same as to be let through. A slight change in color can cause a radical change in the input hex code. The input hex code is compared with the target code and checked to see if the two codes are equal to one another. If it is equal, the input hex code will be considered as clean, but if it's not equal, it's considered to be a modified value. Neither the aforementioned dusty gray or yellow shades target and input hex codes match each other, and I'm not sure why that's the case. The creator will have to fix these to match so codes can start working properly. I think this system is actually quite problematic for Gacha Club, and I've come up with an alternative suggestion that may or may not fix it. Instead of attributing the colors to hex codes, we can attribute them to ID values as displayed here. This removes the need for hex checking and also effectively deflates the code length.